Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Rune Royale, the Dawning. This will be our second tournament in the Rune Royale series. Our third tournament, I guess, if you count the Christmas Brawl. But yeah, this time we're keeping it pretty simple. You know, the same thing as the previous tournament, same thing as the beginnings. We're just going to be doing 6 rounds of evolution, followed by a 15-minute break, and then we're going to be doing 6 more rounds. Each round of evolution, of course, you get points. Actually, let me pull up the rules right now, just so you guys can see it on screen. Yeah, each round of Evo, you know, just normal Evo, not Battle Royale or anything. You get points: 10 points for first place, 7 points for second place, 5 points for third, 3 points for fourth, and 5 points for fifth. 1 point for fifth. Oh my god. You guys can see it on the screen. I'm sorry. I apologize if I misspoke, but yeah, the ghost of my Ev is not here with us today, so I will be trying to handle the leaderboards and everything on my own. Wish me luck. And again, we have a 50,000 RXS prize pool for the tournament, and this time the tournament is going to be taking place on the EU servers. We did hear you guys, people that want the tournaments to be taking place on different servers. We're going to be cycling through the servers now. This month is going to be EU. Next month we might keep it on EU, or we might switch it up a little bit depending on what the feedback from the community is. And yeah, entry tickets, you don't need it yet. We're just keeping status quo for this tournament. No entry tickets or anything. Starting next month, though, we will be having a Rune Royale entry ticket, but for this month, we're just keeping it as it is.
And those are craftable already on the website, so if you do see them and have crafted one, don't worry, you won't need it tonight, but next month that'll come into play. So just keep a hold of it.
Yeah, at the end of the stream, I will be going over the ticket a little bit. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just craft it, and that's all that you really need to do. You craft it, and then it should give you entry into the next tournament. And of course, you can sell it on the marketplace if you crafted one and you end up not being able to make the tournament or anything like that. Yeah, am I missing anything? Anything you guys want to add?
Only that it costs only 1 Zod to enter, which of course you can earn by just playing Evolution for a few rounds. So get your games in. You've got a month to earn that entry fee to get into the next tournament. And hopefully you'll be able to craft that ticket from your rewards as well. Of course, an update we're working on, hoping to get that out in time, but we'll have to play it by ear on that one.
Yeah, there could be a lot of exciting things happening for Evo and for Rune as a whole coming in March. So nothing's really set in stone yet, but we'll let you know as we figure it out. All right. You guys ready to get started, or should we just wait a little bit longer for more people to get in?
I say we get going on this.
I'm always ready.
All right, you ready, Kai? Did you get your client set up?
No, not in that sense. But I'll wing it as usual.
All right. So yeah, everybody, please bear with me a little bit. I will be trying to keep track of scores. You can use the command !leaderboard in the chat to get a somewhat live, live preview or live view of the scoreboard. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that in time. If not, then I will try to get updated in the middle, the halftime break. All right, we got a decent amount of people in here already. I do think we should probably wait a few more minutes just for more people to get in. I do see that the wall still isn't down yet, so just a few more minutes,
so
a couple more minutes.
In the chat asking how to join. All you need to join is create your Rune NFT character. If you've got that, you are good to go for this tournament. You just need to play some Evolution, select the Europe EU2 server, and you are in. So just keep playing on there. You'll hear all the updates. We'll announce the winners of each round on stream here. We'll give you some commentary, hopefully entertain you, along with the entertaining matches. Join in.
Yeah, and this time again, the server is EU2. So
yeah, for our players used to playing on the NA servers, come to the EU server this time. Your home court advantage is lost.
Give you 5 minutes. I'm not sure we can wait 5 minutes, but we will be waiting just a couple more minutes and then probably starting. I'll try to start at the end of the current round, so 3 minutes on the timer for friendly reverse. After this round ends, I will try to start I would try to officially start Rune Royale, the dawning.
Yeah, let's say the next round is our official start. So 3 minutes to prepare.
Well, not the next round. I have to change it to fast rake, but
okay.
That's just
I think that works as a good timer for us, doesn't it? And as you say, fast rake starting round, as we've become accustomed to over the last 2 tournaments anyway. And that's true for the first half and the second half of the tournament.
Yeah, I definitely see some friendly faces. Lofar gets his home court. I know that he's widely regarded as one of the top players in EU, so let's see if he'll be able to defend his home turf. And where are our North American invaders?
I see Eki right there.
Yeah, I see Eki and Nosuke.
No Scared right there. Fortress, isn't Fortress NA?
Yeah, Fortress is NA as well. And I believe they all did pretty well at the last tournament. All right, about a minute and a half left on the timer. Everybody make sure you guys get in.
So from the names right here, who do you think is going to dominate this Rune Royale?
I have to say Lofarn. I feel like,
Do you think the home advantage is going to come into play here?
I think so. He always talks about how, about how his ping and everything, so I feel like, this is his time to back up his words and defend Europe. I
think looking at those ping ratings, that's definitely a fair statement, averaging around that kind of 56 mark. With that, 100 millisecond advantage, I guess, in terms of ping over a lot of the other familiar faces that we normally see on these tournaments. So, yeah, fair statement. Put your money where your mouth is tonight.
Yeah, they're all pretty good with higher pings, but I don't know if they'll be able to overcome such a large ping advantage.
I have to say that I'm not too familiar with European players outside of Lofarn, outside of well, I guess I was gonna say you, Disco, but I guess you're not gonna be playing, so I guess I really don't know that much of our European players. I know that I saw somebody named The Dark who had a pretty low ping on the leaderboards, and it looks like it's time to start the tournament. Let me go ahead and change it to fast rake, and that will be the official start of the tournament. Here we go.
Are you guys ready?
Let's get ready to, well, not rumble, but to fast rake.
To fast rake.
We are off.
We're off. I guess this is going to be episode 2 of season 1 of Rune Royale, if you want to put it that way.
I mean, Lofarn's certainly getting some early kills in, so definitely coming out kicking.
Oh, right, Lazy. I can't believe that's another EU player, but unfortunately I don't think he's here.
No, he had some I think he had some busy life stuff come up, so he should be back soon though.
I would really like to see him play, and especially in the EU tournaments. Like,
Look at Sassy Boy up there on the top of the leaderboards.
But it
Now,
does look like
Starbreak
he
is not
died.
a name that I'm familiar with, certainly not from our previous tournaments. I don't know if that rings any bells, but great to see them, up on the leaderboard early.
Yeah, I do see like at least a few new names that I haven't seen before.
Yes.
Not necessarily on the leaderboards, but I do see them in the game. It looks like ping isn't that big of a deal, You still see generally, everybody that's at the top in the other servers are going to be at the top in this server.
Oh, Lofarn just got a triple kill.
Yeah, they're zooming. It actually, I'm just so used to our battle royale games.
Two more. Lofarn is dominating.
Wow.
There we go.
And
look at that, 14 kills.
He heard us talking about him, but he's in the middle. Like he doesn't have a way to stay big. He went for kills instead of the sprites.
Sassy Boy's giving him a run for his money though.
Lofarn gets another kill, takes the lead, kills Eki as well, and now he's in a prime spot to win this round. Another kill. He has all of these sprites on the bottom and the left side. He's gonna kill a few more people here as well. That's like another triple quadra. Oh my god! Look at him go.
You can't help but feel this is almost like showmanship now.
Yeah, he has about a 150 point lead.
Yeah, he's like Michael Jordan slam dunking on the competition here.
Every time I look at him, he's getting a kill. Let me expand the leaderboard, see how many kills he has. He has 21 kills.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Got Sassy Boy behind him with 15, so he's got 6 kill advantage over the second place.
Oh, but Sassy Boy takes out Lofarn. This is his chance to catch up. He's only about 100 points away.
Interesting.
And it's going to be really hard to, get big again after dying.
Yeah. And I think just returning to your earlier point, around seeing these players on the leaderboards, as we've said time and time again, the ping, okay, can give you some advantage to an extent, but ultimately it's about the skill of the players. And that's why you still see, people with way over 100 millisecond ping still repeatedly and consistently staying on that leaderboard.
But Lofarn definitely shows that the ping probably does matter. He has a pretty dominant grasp over this game, about 150 points, and I guess it's mainly his game to lose, but he is in a Dragonling form, a whelp-to Dragonling form, and if anybody kills him here, he might be in trouble.
I'm surprised Sassy Boy's not going after him, trying to take him out to try to stall his progress.
Yeah, there's just probably...
this is only the first game as well of the tournament, so we might say it's down to the ping at the moment. Let's have a look how the rounds progress and see if he really is able to retain that as an advantage.
I think in modes like Fast Drake, it might matter a little bit more, where your dragon's going faster and has a chance to get farther away from its actual position on the server. So yeah, other modes might be a little bit easier to keep up with him.
As we've been talking about Lofarn, Fortress does overtake Eki in third place, and then JJ wraps it up with 1,500 points in fifth. So it does look like Lofarn is, in fact,
Fortress just overtook Sassy Boy for second place right at the end there.
Oh wow, good job!
Ooh.
Good job to Fortress, and Lofarn takes the first round. Next we got Sticky Mode, and I will try to update the scoreboard, so just bear with me.
So Sticky Mode, I guess we were talking about rounds where ping might help make a difference. Probably is one, to an extent. Making sure that the server doesn't think you have just gone into that wall, being able to fly away from it and still avoid other players. I think perhaps ping might give you a slight edge here, but it's one of those tricky, awkward game modes for everybody. I think you really do have to be flying that much more cautiously, rather than trying to escape somebody and perhaps bouncing into a wall in doing so.
Yeah, I definitely am less risky on Sticky Mode. I try to stay away from the walls. Don't go into the little small gaps. Way too much of a risk. You get caught, someone's going to take your orb.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, as you mentioned, there orbs are in play now, aren't they? So unlike in the fast straight mode, we might see a few flips on the scoreboard as a result.
I can't wait until we start seeing hell mode involved in tournaments, or the hell zone. That update was looking pretty spicy today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think especially for the first, you know, tournament, where players are still somewhat unfamiliar, you know, because even if we released it, you know, right after a tournament, that's a maximum of only a month playtime, you know, in comparison to the several months we've had enjoying the classic evolution map. So I think, you know, seeing how that's going to affect gameplay, who adjusts to that quickest, and then over the following tournaments, you know, is it really the same people staying up top, or do we see, you know, those other players getting more familiar and starting to exert their dominance over that area?
All right, so the leaderboard is now updated. Of course, Lovarn's in first with 10 points. Fortress has 7, and Sassy Boy has 5 after the first round.
Look at this game right here. We got a Nosuke in the lead with Sassy Boy second, Ekiharda following him up, and New Normal. I don't see Lofarn on the leaderboard yet.
Not yet, but all it takes is 1 kill and 1 orb to really make a difference in sticky mode.
I see a name also we haven't seen in a while, which is Kim John. He was around during the very beginning of our release.
And Nosuke did get taken out, so he is no longer in first place. He actually dropped off of the top 5 from 1 death.
Oh no, and there's Lofarn in 5th coming up.
Yeah, Renzo has about 100-point lead over second place and about 200 over third, and 4th and 5th are 1 point away, so it could be anybody's
you mentioned
game.
there, Blackbeard, you know, Kim Jong being a player joining us tonight.
Renzo just gets a kill and 2 orbs. I think he's going to be decisively in the lead afterwards.
Did get taken out, actually, as I was talking about him, Kim Jong, but was a very feared player back in the early days of Evolution.
Oh, yeah.
You constantly saw him on the servers, constantly dominating. So interesting to see them back. Great to see them back, in fact, and hopefully can give us some more of that competition that they provided before.
Okay, Zoe briefly takes the lead, but then Renzo regains it. It's about a 100-point lead between first and second. And I don't know what happened, but Zoe just shot up in the leaderboard.
I guess an orb.
Must have gotten a tasty orb, yeah.
Lofarn gets taken out. That probably ends Lofarn's chances in the top 5.
Oh, yeah,
Renzo might get taken out here.
We're under 60 seconds, so there's no more orbs. If you get taken out, then you don't have a chance of recollecting your points.
No Scared is in second place now.
I was just going to say, you know, the point difference between No Scared and Zoe is quite tight. And I think the battle for second and third is going to be a close one if they can both sort of stay alive. And looks similarly close for fourth and fifth. Slightly bigger gap there, but we'll see how this plays out over the next few seconds.
It does seem like Renzo is going to be safe for the rest of this game. He has enough in his belly to stay big, and he takes first with No Scared in second and Zoe in third. So I think the entire leaderboard was very different compared to the last round.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Different game modes. You know, people have their specialities, don't they?
Now we're in mixed game 2, which is one of my favorite modes.
See, I personally like, you know, rewarding kills and deathmatch orientated. So, you know, it's nice to see those modes where you do get that big juicy score for a kill. But of course, orbs at play, it can work against you.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
4 out of the 5 players from the last round wasn't in the top 5 on the first round, so this is going to be a very close tournament.
That's what
I
you'd
think
love to see.
I wonder if we're going to see that across the tournament. So our viewers, of course, may remember from last month's tournament, we saw, the first half completely dominated by the same round of players, and then the second half completely dominated by a different group of players, which of course led to some chaos on the leaderboards for that final scoring, but really interesting stuff. So I wonder this time, are we going to see that spread more evenly throughout the matches? At least, we're starting to, from the way this tournament has begun. So let's hope so, because it's certainly more interesting for our viewers. I think it was nice to get that big shock at half time and the grand finale, but to have those twists and turns throughout just it is great to watch, I think.
All right, so the leaderboards is updated. Lofar and Renzo are tied in first. Fortress and No Scare tied in second. Zoe and Sassy Boy tied in third. We have so many different ties here.
I wonder if anyone's going to break out as the dominant player. I wonder if it's going to hold true what you thought about Lofar and dominating this tournament. Because he's back at number 2 on this board here.
He did sneak up there quite quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, mixed game mode 2. There is going to be a lot of kills, but again, another orb dominated game. Blackbeard's favorite, but that does mean that the points swing really heavily if anybody ever dies. If anybody in the top 5 dies, that's a big juicy orb.
And of course, the 200 points for the kill in itself. We saw Lofan, I know, is in fast Drake, but getting some double kills, and of course many other players do those multis too. So just one of those can instantly throw you up a few positions.
Sakuna's in first. That's a name I haven't seen yet. Have you guys?
I don't think so.
No, I hadn't. But that's exactly what we were talking about. Again, I think Ikbalaman had quite a substantial lead, but it's really becoming quite close. And so Noipi's jumped in and out at the top as well. So, great stuff so far.
Oh, Eki takes first place. He must have just got a giant orb. He shoots up to first place, about a 700-point lead. And Eki is actually the only player on the leaderboards in the first and second game.
Wow, and that was about 1,000 points in one go. I just caught that. So, yeah, you can really see what a big difference those orbs can make. But, of course, they're not going to appear in this round anymore.
Not anymore, but if you get a kill, that's still a big point lead as well.
Is.
And Renzo did get another kill, so he's about 2,000 points. If nobody takes him out, I think he's got this round locked up as well.
Yep, and it dropped Eki back down into 5th place.
Yeah, Eki must have died. He was at like 5,000 or 4,000, and now he's back up to 3,000.
Yep, there might not be orbs, but you'll still get penalized for your death.
Yep. I think, looking at Renzo's lead, probably has walked away with this one.
He's kind of in a vulnerable spot, though. He's not, like, maintaining Drake form. But I don't think anybody's going to be able to capitalize on it, so I think Renzo does end up taking round 3 as well. All right.
With a nice little kill at the end, too.
Congratulations.
And we also saw that everybody on the leaderboard pretty much the entire time had a ping over 100 milliseconds there. Most of them averaging around 150. So it's definitely a skill-based game. You keep seeing the same players pop up on the leaderboard no matter what their ping is.
Yeah, we keep saying it. That's what Rune Games are all about. It's about rewarding that skill. Giving you, as a player, those challenges to keep playing, to keep learning about the game, those tactics that we talk about on the streams when we analyze the plays, during these tournaments as well. picking up that information, using it to your advantage to become better, more competitive. And, you know, you can overcome those slight advantages that other players may have in the form of ping, slightly better computer, or whatever that is. So we're seeing quite a, you know, fair difference for the first two places at the moment, you know, walking away. It's me, JJ, and Eki entering a kind of head-to-head battle against, well, themselves, and with everybody else kind of lagging behind. Plenty of time left in the round. We'll have to see if that turns around. But so far, there's only really two in it.
The only consistent thing is that Eki's always on the leaderboard. Somehow he just manages to squeak by, but unfortunately, he only has 5 points.
We got to give him a consolation prize for being on the leaderboard every game.
Yeah, he may be on the leaderboard, but you have to get into the top, you know, top 1 or 2 spots to get a lot of points.
Participation trophy.
Yeah, it really just depends on the consistency of the rest of the players, I guess. You know, even if you do get that early lead, as we saw in the last tournament, it can be flipped around if you're not at the top of your game for that second half of matches too.
Mr. Buggins does say that Sukuna is a top player from the Philippines.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think when we get an Asia tournament on, everybody's gonna have low ping. It seems like a lot of our players are from Asia.
Yeah, I think Philippines especially, we do have quite a big community over there. But of course, players worldwide. Got some players from Turkey in here tonight. We know from the US.
Oh, Lofarn was doing well, but he gets taken out. Renzo, JJ, and Lofarn all pretty close to each other. Eki and Fortress, 4th and 5th, about 300 points away, I'm sorry, from first place.
Oh, Eki gets taken out.
Yeah, it looks like Renzo is the dominant player in this tournament. He got 2 first places already, placements already, and he might get another one here. He's competing with JJ. They're really close to each other, about 5 points away.
Wow.
JJ got a triple kill though, so he's about 150 points in the lead now.
Renzo did get stuck on the wall there, so missing out on that opportunity to just keep that slow increase in points through sprites, and of course trying to get up and maintain that Drake form.
Yeah, JJ's just getting kills all over the place. He has 21 kills compared to Renzo's 13, so about a 350 point lead, and looks like he's going to take this round of Fast Drake.
And actually took out Renzo in the process.
Yeah, he's just dominant.
Yeah, definitely.
600 point lead.
Lofarn gets knocked off the leaderboard by Sukuna and no scared.
Yeah, I just kept seeing Lofarn die, so he's not going to make it on the leaderboard this round.
You put too much pressure on him, Panda.
Perhaps so.
All right, we got standard mode now. Chase those orbs.
I think you called it there really. When you look at the way the points are scored in this game mode, 20 points for a kill, still obviously what you need to go for, but it's nothing as substantial as like we saw in the mixed game mode. So you really do need to rely on getting those orbs after those kills, holding that aerial space until you can grab the orb. while still trying to maintain your form and continue your own killing spree. So yeah, definitely adds another layer of complexity, I think.
All right,
Yeah.
the leaderboards are updated.
Yeah, with this mode, you want to definitely try to put pressure on that leader because, I mean, if you take that leader's orb, that's going to be juicy. It's going to take you up to first probably, especially midway through the game after they stacked some points.
Yep. And of course, we do see those kind of sneaky players, you know, who just hide in the background. Maybe they're, you know, sitting 4th or 5th on the leaderboard or you know, just outside of it from what we can see. But they tend to sit there and they're just primed for their moment. And, you know, just before that 1 minute mark, they go in and swoop in for that kill because they've just been maintaining that form and try and swing the match that way. I think you yourself, Blackbeard, are definitely a culprit of that tactic at times.
Yep. And also being aware of where your fellow players have gotten kills and then trying to stay as big as you can around that area. And of course, timing your 10 seconds properly. You know the orb's going to spawn in 10 seconds. If you can get big and dominate that area, you can steal that orb. So stealing orbs in standard mode is probably even more important than trying to get kills.
It's the one time you do see dragons turn into vultures.
Or pirates.
Yar.
That's absolutely true. Stealing someone else's blunder.
Oh, there's a couple of kills right next to each other, so whoever stays big and gets those orbs is going to get quite a bit of points. And it looks like Black Reaper got it. I'm not sure, but then he gets taken out, so that orb might have been a bait.
That's another thing. You can set orbs
There's
as
so
traps.
many dragons in the middle. There's so many people like right on top of each other.
You just need a Drake to swoop in and take them all out, really.
So JJ's almost up to first place. Sir Noipi actually takes a lead. First, second, and third are all within 2 points of each other. Oh, Sir Noipi now takes a 200-point lead. He must have just got a juicy orb.
We got about 30 seconds left of those juicy
Must
orbs
have picked
here.
up one of those orbs.
Now Lufarn takes the lead back. That's going to be close.
There's going to be an orb appearing soon down there. I did see a kill. Oh, there it is.
There's the
Lofar
orb.
gets it.
But not all orbs are equal. That's one of the things I missed from the old
No.
client, was that you could see how juicy an orb was before.
Oh yeah, I used to love getting one of those fat orbs.
Yeah, some of those orbs are like bigger than a dragon.
Yeah. Whenever you killed Panda, 2 minutes left, that orb's going to be gigantic.
So Lofarn does have a pretty healthy lead.
We are under 60 seconds now, so orbs are no longer spawning.
He just needs to stay alive.
See, this is where the second and third place players should be putting pressure on him. If I was in there right now, I mean, the best way to take first in this position is to get Lofarn to die.
Yeah. Get him out of the game, devolve him.
But it's also
that few
kind of
seconds
dangerous.
delay respawning.
You know, trying to kill somebody is the easiest way to get killed.
It's dangerous, but you got to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're not going to win the match otherwise,
Yep.
unless you can somehow get, and you know, when you look at it realistically, what, 500 points difference nearly? You're talking 25 kills in a few seconds. Just not going to happen.
So
Last
Lofarn
game,
does
Lofarn
take
takes
that
it.
round.
Sir
And we got
Noipi in
Fast Drake
second,
again.
and it's me, JJ, in third.
Are you guys keeping track of how many rounds we've played so far?
This is the
I was
fifth,
hoping that
correct?
you were doing that.
Yeah, I think this is a fifth, but I'm trying
This
to
is the fifth.
do the
Yeah, this is
scores.
the fifth.
So
We had Fast Drake. We had
Round 5. I think we've got
Yes,
Binzi,
round 5.
the ghost of Binzi today. That's the round 5 indeed. It's a Fast Drake again, Panda. Your favourite, of course.
it really is my favorite. We've been getting it a lot on the tournament games, and I am
Hey.
no part guilty of that.
Binzi has the calculations in chat. Panda, in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. I have to put it on the leaderboards though.
Looks like Lofarn's pretty good at those fast Drake modes. I see him on the leaderboard pretty much the entire time here.
I'm sure I've heard him say it's a favorite round of his.
And he was, of course, our meme contest winner with his hilarious video.
We certainly had a few chuckles at that. I know there were some voices of concern that it didn't quite classify as a true meme, but I think when you look at the content, you know, really it was a collection of memes and hilariously put together. I don't think we could have avoided that, and of course we did put it to a public vote ultimately based on our shortlist, and the community decided. But yeah, I certainly laughed and continue to laugh to this day.
But is it really not a meme? I feel like that's like one of the original, you know?
Yeah, I responded to a few of the voices on Facebook or Twitter. I'm like, videos can be memes too. That was a hilarious original meme, and then he took it and converted it all to inside jokes, which were memes upon themselves. So I think that was the ultimate ring meme right there. Sassy Boy looking
course,
good this match.
We did decide to, you know, give prizes to all of our shortlisted. So there were some traditional sense memes, if that's what you want to call it, you know, just a general image. So yeah, you know, definitely giving out prizes as always.
If you notice, we like to reward creativity and effort here, so I think that goes along with what we're about anyway.
And I think it's interesting that the placements in these games are so close.
Yeah, that's a good tournament right here. I mean, last couple tournaments you see standout players dominating, but this one right here, you really can't say who's going to come out with the victory.
No, I mean, just looking at the scoreboard there, you know, for the tournament overall so far, you know, JJ and Renzo sitting in at 23 points and Lofan at 20, Sir Noipi at 17. Well, just a single match can completely change any four of those. And, you know, Fortress and Sakuna in 10 points, not sitting all that far behind either. It only takes a game or two, and we've still got 6 of them, sorry, after this one.
Yeah, Sassy Boy's got about a 300-point lead here going into the last minute. It's going to be hard to catch up with that. Everybody else is hovering pretty equal around 1,600 points. So we'll see where they go from there. Lofarn is catching up, though. Wow, looks like Lofarn's been getting some kills while I've been talking.
He certainly managed to hold that Drake form for quite a while, actually. I was keeping an eye on him. Saw him floating around there.
Oh, Lofarn steps up into first. Wow.
Wow.
And he gets another kill. So
wow.
He does have a pretty commanding lead, and then with only 15 seconds left in the game, it's his game to lose.
That was a very good comeback victory if he takes this.
Yeah, and Renzo just died as well moments ago, so I definitely think going to be in Lofarn's hands now.
Yep, Lofarn takes it.
So maybe I wasn't wrong to have faith in Lofarn.
So I do believe that was round number 6.
I think, yeah, was that?
No, this is round number 6.
It was indeed.
But that was round number 6?
That was round number 6.
Okay, well, I guess we are going to our break then.
Absolutely, yeah.
I must have lost track of
yeah,
the
hey,
rounds a little
guys,
bit.
This match right here doesn't count. We're going to break right now. We didn't realize it was round 6. So we have our
So,
10-minute break.
Indeed. So I think we can pause for now. If you need a break, stretch those fingers, stretch those thumbs if you're playing with a controller, as some of us like to do.
Get a water break.
Now's the time. Water break, absolutely. We've removed the message from the game. Now you get us to do it in person.
Do a little bit of stretching, get some blood flowing to those ass cheeks.
That's one. I guess that's one way to word it.
And well, I guess while we do that, we can take a look at the scoreboard, can we? If not, we can certainly talk about it because we have posted it right here in the chat. So for those of you who are looking at that, not the stream in full screen, you may have seen that Lofan is currently in the lead with 30 points, closely, I would say, followed behind by Rinzo and 26 points. It's me, JJ, sitting at 23 points. Sir Noipi at 18 points. 12 points. And we've got Fortress in 10 points, sitting just behind, joint with Ekihata and Sukana. So very close there. We can definitely see some jumps coming up from there. And just rounding off the leaderboard we're capturing so far, we do have No Scared with 8 points, Zoe on 5, and New Normal with 3. Plenty of points to be earned in the second half, though. What are your thoughts on our leaderboard tonight so far?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say that there is a little bit of a conflict between what was posted in the chat versus what I have on the screen. I'm not 100% sure which one is more correct, but there is a little bit of a point conflict. Just letting you guys know. But yeah, I had faith in Lofarn, and it looks like he's proving that, you know, with the last win in the round 6, he is in first place now.
Yeah, I see the point conflict you're talking about. What is it? Sir Noipi on the chat says 18, and on your leaderboard says 16.
Yeah, it could have been. I might have just missed one of the points, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
I think we've got a slight point difference on one of the other players as well. Is that Sukuna showing us 12 on yours and in the chat on 10. So we'll look to clarify these positions. Not going to affect the placing on the leaderboard, certainly for the top 4. May impact. I don't know what happens in a joint 5th and 6th. Is that a shared price scenario? So we made it to do that. It looks like we are going with the chat on there because that is running off code rather than Panda pause on a calculator. We know those pause are quite big and vary. So there might have been a miskey on there. What we'll do, we'll update the leaderboard on the stream for you just to get that nice and accurate.
I think what happened was that there might have been a lead change at the very last second, which wasn't reflected on the in-game leaderboards.
And you're absolutely right to say that, because that in-game leaderboard is based on just that kind of previous second as it closes. But you're right, in the data, something could have happened just in the background, which we didn't spot on stream. So we will get that straight from the database, straight from the game, so that it is accurate. We've got to make sure that that is the way to keep everything fair for you guys.
Yeah, this is accurate to the very last second now, so it's even better.
If we could get that on the site, that would solve a lot of my Ev's headaches. And I guess mine as well. But really, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I didn't have that much trouble doing it. But yeah, so I think we don't have any of the NA players on the top 5, right? So now that they don't have home court, it does seem like the NA players are struggling a little bit.
Come on, Eki. You're representing us right now.
Eki does go on the leaderboard a lot, unfortunately. He just doesn't place in the top.
I've not even needed to put a bounty on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no Let's Be Friends yet.
Now you need to put a bounty on Lofarn.
Oh, poor Lofarn.
Well, no, see, I would never put a bounty on anybody else, but as Eki is a team member, I do feel we have to put some hurdles in his way, regardless of, you know, whether he is competing fairly just like everybody else. But I don't like the thought of him winning. So I will do what I can to try and stop that to an extent.
Yeah, Eki with his,
He's fortunate my pockets aren't that deep.
With his billions of mythics already. When you have enough mythics to make a video out of them.
Yeah, it's you know, mainly led by jealousy, but there we go. It is what it is.
Yeah, he has enough mythics. We can make him he can afford to lose a few games.
But yeah, so first and second place only 4 points apart. Third place just a few more points away. So it's still anybody's game. I think anybody in the top 5, honestly top 8 has a pretty good shot at winning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I actually did increase the break length because I was, just in case we were having some troubles, but it seems like everything went pretty smoothly this time, and now we just have about 10 minutes to kill.
Well, I think, you know, better run for it. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually, from the chat. So I think this is a good opportunity to probably update the community on some of the conversations we've been having. Try and get some community input from that as well. Get your feelings and views. So as you may have seen on our recent live streams, we talked about item lending and, you know, the idea of scholarships, that sort of layer to our game and metaverse. And of course, it's something that, you know, we recognize there is a very big demand for from both player bases and potential guild leaders. I don't know what they're called, but that's kind of intent. But at the same time, we also see and recognize that these can be potentially quite economically damaging for projects. So we want to tread with caution. And I think one of the ways that we've been discussing of doing that is in terms of item lending, you know, and potentially some restrictions on rewards. So in the way that they are given to you as players, you know, allocating certain amounts to crafting only rewards, as you know, we have discussed for doing for the next Rune Royale, in fact, using those Zod entry fees being distributed for crafting only purposes as a prize pool. So it'd be interesting to kind of hear player base's view on that. And I don't know if Panda or Jake, either of you have got any thoughts on that you wanted to share at the moment, you know, to help our community think about the kind of things that potentially we could implement, and, you know, what they would actually really like.
You can go first.
Panda. Go ahead.
Okay, you want me to go ahead? Okay, so
yeah.
Personally, at first I had some concerns about crafting only runes being perhaps detrimental to our already existing runes, but I think it was clarified that any runes that are gived away as crafting only runes, basically the equivalent amount of the original rune would be burnt so that it doesn't you know, I guess kind of, is it inflate or deflate? I'm not exactly sure which one, but it doesn't negatively impact the price or the value of current runes. So I think that is pretty important to point out.
Yeah, I think this is I talk about this a lot. This is something I bring up at pretty much every single meeting. Looking on Twitter space and just watching a lot of these different gaming projects and their economies just falter because of too much sell pressure. I think it's a big concern of ours that if we start just allowing people to lend out, willy-nilly to anybody without some of these measures in place, same type of things are going to happen. You're going to get too many people in the game that are just playing to farm the assets, sell them, and then you can't maintain your token price because that's all reliant on more people coming in. So what we want to do is try to create a more solid economy where we have constant rewards flowing in and out because people are playing the game, not just because they're buying the assets to loan them out and make money as a return. So, I mean, we do understand that in the NFT space, you're going to have both types of players because crypto is an investment. At the same time, we don't want to follow the path a lot of these other games are making by destroying their economies too fast, creating too much hype, getting too many players in, and then boom, rewards pulled out. So I think it's a very delicate balance, and we're trying to do the best we can to look out for the long term. We want to create a solid long-term gaming metaverse where you'll be able to own your assets and use them in multiple games across the platform. We don't just want to create large hype and do what Pixelmon did, 70 million on some worthless NFTs that look like some kid painted it in MS Paint.
Definitely not related.
And I think
but
just
I do appreciate how I'm looking at the stream, and you have Blackbeard and red, and then Disco, your background is like basically just white, and mine is just black. That's a nice little contrast we have going on here.
The rune colors.
Intentional, of course.
Yeah, definitely intentional.
But I think it was a very good point you made there. But both of you talking about, concerns around the economy, Pan, and inflating it to, non-existence, or, having that constant drain. And I think you rightly pointed out there that, that's always been a very important consideration of ours. And we do have those mechanisms in place, built right from the ground up. When we talk about, having that cap supply on every single rune, once it's been minted, that's it. And Zod in particular, only being minted to that 20,000 supply, and never having any more of that in existence, which is one of the problems we see with some of these other economies. Their tokens, reward tokens, are inflationary, so there's constantly being minted and therefore require that continuous buying pressure to maintain any sort of value. The other aspect, is that we do have this committed community gaming player base who want items, they want to reinvest in the game because they want to equip that character, bring those items to their next games. And I think that is really where we do see some difference. Now, is that sustainable in its current format if we allow a huge influx of players in who make little to no investment, because they're borrowing items or getting them from their, these scholarships, who then are only looking to join the game to extract all the revenue out of it? Not they've got no interest in playing the game. It's work for them, like you would go to your job. You do your 8 hours, you go home and you forget about it until you have to go in the next day. That's what a lot of people see these games as, and hopefully we can avoid that by making the games fun and engaging. But you do have to, let communities like that in cautiously, and try to give them a reason to stick around and want to play the game and want to get items of their own, so they can have their own enjoyment and experience out of it without just seeing it as a grind for income.
All right, so Jake, I noticed this is completely unrelated, but Jake, I noticed you have some tattoos.
Tattoos?
Yeah.
I don't have any tattoos. What are you talking about?
Okay, fine. You don't have any tattoos.
I have things going on up here. An arm full of tattoos.
Yeah, my question is, Kai, do you have any?
I have one on my arm, which I don't know if you can see this properly. But that is the logo of the band I was in.
Oh, I thought I thought it was New Balance.
No, they weren't that popular back then.
No, it's New Kids on the
but it is.
Block. He was one of the original members with Marky Mark.
The band was called Natalie's Box. You might have spotted there was an exclamation mark and a question mark hidden into that NB, so it wasn't just the letters like New Balance have done with a few swishes.
Yeah, so I was wondering,
but yeah,
you are, basically the master of all things Rune, at least merch-wise, and, are you going to be getting a Rune tattoo?
Do you know what? That's a question that's come up quite a few times.
Really?
And I did commit to doing so on some price targets. I'll probably do that anyway.
Ooh.
But I was just waiting for our rebranding to come out just in case I ended up getting something that was then out of date immediately.
So. I was gonna get a Rune tattoo, and my main artist was a few months out, so I went to this newbie artist that I know, and she fucked it up so bad that you couldn't even see the Rune logo in it anymore. So I'm just gonna turn that into something else, and I'll probably I'm definitely gonna get, the future branded Rune logo somewhere, but yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, I am not one for tattoos. Literally don't have any and don't really plan on getting any.
Why not? You're not gonna get any face tattoos? I want to see like some Lil Peep tattoos on your face, maybe a little heart right there.
I can't imagine a needle being stuck into my face, unfortunately. I do my best to try to avoid as much pain as possible, so I don't know how much it hurts, but from what I've seen, it doesn't look pleasant.
For people like you, they make numbing gel that you can order. Just put it on it like 30 minutes beforehand. Go in there and you barely feel it.
Tattoos are a problem in Japan. Really, I feel like I don't see Japanese people with tattoos. But maybe I just watch anime, so I don't know what actually happens in Japan.
I think on that note, we probably better start the tournament.
Yeah, it is time to get to the second round. So. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, okay, you're back. Yeah, Kai, I do notice that it seems like your internet may or may not be cutting out intermittently, so...
Yeah, you're having a little spottiness to your connection there.
Yeah, sometimes you turn a little bit robotic and a little bit blurry.
Some power cuts due to the storm the other week, so I do wonder if it's some remnants of that.
Yeah.
I will see if there's anything I can do.
That's fine. Hopefully you'll stay with us for the tournament at least. We don't have that much longer, so... Alright, everybody, make sure you guys get back into EU2. Let me unpause the round, let everybody back in, and then we'll be starting just a couple minutes. Alright, the round is unpaused. Back to the game.
Are you going to start it back on Fast Drake mode?
Yeah, whenever the second half officially starts.
Oh, I just took Lofarn out. I'm pleased. I'm happy for the day. I can go to bed happy now.
Oh, and I did like that sneak preview of some lovely artwork as you were switching to the evolution from our beautiful faces, which of course would have classed as artwork on their own. But the eagle-eyed may wish to have a rewind and check that one out, which I'm sure will be on the Nexus soon enough.
Also, something else that I did notice, we all have glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to wear them at all times, or just for certain activities?
I have to wear them all the time. I have an astigmatism in my left eye that's really bad.
I have to wear it at all time if I wish to see anything.
See, I'm short-sighted, so things close up are fine, but long distance, I do need some glasses. And they do say because computers, you're looking at pixels, your eyes actually try and focus on the individual pixels, so they perceive it to be far away, and that's why you need kind of glasses for that. So I'm told.
Really? I've never heard that before, but I just heard that it's bad for your eyes because it's like bright.
The blue light supposedly bad for your eyes, so I have monitors with built-in blue light. I don't know exactly what it does, but it helps my eyes.
All right, I'm gonna let this round run for about 30 seconds more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start round 7 of Rune Royale: The Dawning.
Speaking of which, getting into this NFT gaming space, the metaverse space, eye care is pretty important, because if you're spending hours and hours staring at a screen, you want to get, I mean, your eyes are going to go through some strain doing that, and it's going to cause problems in the future. I mean, if you look at VR software or hardware, it tells you not to let children under 14 use it. My kids wanted some, and I'm like, well, it says you can't use it. It's bad for your eyes. Your eyes are still developing.
All right, sorry to interrupt, but I got to start the round, and then you can talk a little bit more about...
Go ahead. Round starting, guys.
Eyes. Oh, let's go.
Eye care, yeah. And if you wear glasses, they do make glasses with built-in blue light help. You know what I mean? So you can go to your doctor and get some blue light lenses.
Get some gunners.
Yeah.
Or just use Flux.
Oh, is that the app on your phone or your computer?
Yeah, on your phone, on your computer. It gets rid of the blue light, but when I tried it, it kind of, I don't know, everything just looks kind of weird to me, so...
Yeah, it looks all red or yellow, depending on what you set it on.
Do gunners still exist? That's like a throwback. That was like 2010.
I have no idea. I was out of this space for a while being a cool guy. And I'm back in it.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? We're cool, come on.
I was like doing background acting and like, you know, being Mr. Hollywood guy.
That's right. You guys have probably seen Jake in some of your favorite movies.
I was in a Lana Del Rey music video.
Oh, right. Music videos. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was music videos. It was I was in Skip Marley, Lana Del Rey. I was in a Maroon 5 video. Avenged Sevenfold. I was in a 311 commercial for some cannabis pen they came out with.
Of course.
but then it's like, let's just say I'm not a big fan of Hollywood and what you have to do in order to be in the right positions. You know, I'd rather be here with you guys.
It's all that networking, isn't it? You know, constantly getting out there, meeting people, talking, trying to find your next job. Whereas you could be sitting here watching some brilliant games of Evolution. I know where I'd rather be.
I'd rather be having some real conversations about stuff that matters and be hanging out with, you know, this NFT gaming crowd who, you know, has got into crypto for all their own different reasons and communicating about different things. And Hollywood, it's just a lot of fakeness, a lot of people that want to use you for their own advantage. So I try to stay away from that.
Okay, but think about it. What if we had a Rune movie?
We could do it independent status. I've been in some indie movies before.
Rune movie when?
I don't know. We're going to be coming out with a Rune rap song too soon. Me and Disco are. Disco's getting it all together, and he's going to send me that instrumental.
Can we get our preview?
I don't freestyle.
No, I haven't found the right track yet.
Oh, not yet? All right.
I've got one verse, but I can't remember it yet. I only wrote it the other night.
You know what would be nice is going and hiring somebody on Fiverr that could kind of sample and recreate maybe the Diablo Tristram theme or something like that, and then
but a hip-hop version.
Yeah, hip-hop version of it.
Don't we have our own music like producer or whatever you call it?
We do. I was thinking getting some samples from what he's been working on and see if we can do that, because then at least we won't run into any copyright issues. So
yeah, it's a good idea. We should take and sample some of the work that Julian is doing on the soundtrack, take and throw a hip-hop beat to it, and then I maybe like take on the persona of a character Like one of us rap as a necromancer, one of us rap as a paladin, you know.
All right, so as we've been talking about our extracurricular activities, Rinzo has been in first place for basically the entire game. I don't think I've seen him not golden in this round, so...
Sassy Boy, you
Oh,
as
I
you
just
say
jinxed it.
that,
Yeah, I
right,
just jinxed
as
it.
you said that, Sassy Boy took the lead.
I don't
And
see
it's
Lofar.
it.
infamous grafting luck spilling over to the Evo commentary.
Anything Panda says, the opposite happens. It's going to be a short stream today. It's going to be a long stream. Rinzo's been in first the whole game. Sassy Boy takes it.
I'm going to craft
sorry,
a mythic.
Rinzo.
It's all magic.
I'm going to craft a mythic. He crafts a 0% instead.
I should probably start looking at the lowest percentage that we craft. I don't know if I've crafted a 0% yet.
0% are just as rare as mythics.
It really is. I think we should give a name to the 0%. Oh, Sassy Boy takes the lead. Oh man.
0% are known as the 420.69 sales on our marketplace. If you got a 0%, that's what you got to sell it for. Okay, round. What
Please
is this?
don't
Round
actually sell
8.
them all that high because I definitely want
Yeah,
some.
round 8.
Round 8. We got leader cat mode. Who won the last match?
It was
Was
Sassy
it
Boy.
Sassy Boy? Sassy Boy has the disadvantage right here.
She's got a first kill.
Yeah, I just play this one as standard mode. Don't worry too much about it. Even if you won the last round, you still just play it like standard.
There's no
But
other way to play it, really, is there?
No. Just
No,
be
the way
there
extra
is.
safe.
scoring is on this.
There is. I mean, okay. So unfortunately, my laptop died, so I will have to be right back.
Uh-oh.
This does not sound healthy for us.
Oh
But of
no.
course, we'll keep you guys going.
Every time
know how
Panda's
good we'll do
gone, I just start getting so nervous. Like, you don't leave me in charge of a big machine like that, or anything technical on the internet.
No, absolutely not. I work with very technical people. I'm very good at, asking them to do things for me. But actually doing it myself, I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, I've been a construction worker my whole life. I'll just throw shit and slam it around and call it a day. It looks like we got Sakuna in first place right now.
Yeah, and I think Zoe's trying to keep up the competition. Bit of a gap, to then third place for Low Farm, who did just jump up a bit actually, and closes that gap down. But fourth and fifth, lagging slightly behind.
Kim
but still
Kim
staying
John
competitive amongst themselves.
Kim John just takes out a couple players up here in the upper right, but Sassy Boy takes the orbs.
I was going to say, I did notice Kim Jong flashed up on the leaderboard, presumably from those kills and with the point drops from the orbs. But, didn't quite capitalize on it, as I'm sure they would have hoped they'd done.
No, Sassy Boy was putting a lot of pressure on him up there, so he couldn't get enough sprites to keep himself big. Good play all around.
Yeah, and Sassy Boy's still picking up those orbs, despite not managing to get up to Drake form. Still looking for those kills. Chased down Kim Jong, scared them away, and will do so again, I'm sure, for Rosario, who did unfortunately get taken out by Kim Jong. So you can see Sassy Boy dominating that kind of bottom right corner, really just focusing on trying to get up to Drake. So that they can start getting those kills in again.
And Lofarn out of nowhere comes in back up into first place here.
So I am back, and I do want to point out that for leader cap, it does make a lot of sense to try to play to try to hunt down the previous
Sassy
winner.
Boy gets taken out. Lofarn takes Sassy Boy out. So right as you were saying that, it happened.
Yeah, if you take out the
Oh,
previous leader and you take their orb, you get what is it?
Oh,
Like
he took the orb too.
Yeah, you get a giant orb. Look at his orb. He got like a
Look at his lead.
It's like a 70% orb or like 90% orb. What is it?
I believe it's 70%.
Is it 75? I think.
Yeah, but it's a giant orb, so it does actually make a lot of sense to try to hunt down the previous winner. And not only that, they are also slower. So
Lofarn did it, took the orb, it put him ahead by 1,000 points. It's going to be hard for anyone to catch up in this one because there's no more orbs left.
Yeah, they have to kill Sassy Boy.
Yep. Well, there's no more orbs now, so he got that right before the minute mark.
Or they have to kill him. Orb. No, even if they kill him, they can't. He doesn't lose enough points. I think there's no way he can lose.
Nope.
He would have to die, spawn, and die again.
Sir Noipi putting the pressure on, though, trying to take him out.
I think that's just to try and save face more than anything, you know. It's one of those, like, you're playing sports games and you think, oh, well, I'm just going to waste time, throw it off the pitch, and there's no chance of me winning now anyway.
So Lofarn takes another game, solidifying his lead, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like Lofarn, No Scared, and then Zoe, I believe. So what do we got now? Bird Eye.
Oh, now, see, we, of course, spectating this stream, won't be seeing that kind of difference in view that our players will be. They'll be getting something akin to this, I guess, which is unusual for them being so close up. So definitely changes up the tactics, changes up the play style. You know, you get that much wider view of your area, and especially on a busy round like this, you know, being able to understand your surroundings, see who's around you, who's coming your direction and moving away from you really is quite important, so that you can plan out your flight path with better accuracy, aiming for those kills, ensuring you get enough sprites as well.
I believe movement speed is a little bit faster in Bird Eye too, isn't it?
It was one of those things. I don't know if it is or if it just feels quicker because you've got more of the map open to you. I've never been too certain.
No. Bird's Eye is a lot faster, but it doesn't feel like it's a lot faster because you can see so much more of the map.
It's 25% faster, so Binzi says.
Whereas with Marco Polo feels like it's really fast, but it's really not that fast.
But it's normal speed, yeah.
I don't know if it's normal speed, but it's not like as fast as you think it would be.
I think Marco Polo only feels fast when someone comes in, you know, from the left or right, and that's speaking on experience from mobile. Back in the browser days, of course, we do have that wonderful mobile app you can play on now. But back in the day, you know, trying to do a portrait view where you only see up and down on the map, playing Marco Polo did actually balance out that gameplay a little bit because it condensed everyone else's view, but you were still at that disadvantage because as soon as somebody came in from the side, they'd eaten you and you just had no idea.
It's the same way on a PC with a monitor, but coming from the top and the bottom. Your left and your right are more visible, but if someone comes in going up and down in Marco Polo is the dangerous directions.
Are you a mobile player, Kai?
So I do play on the Android app now that it's out. I did, you know, play a little bit through Trust Wallet and other mobile wallet browsers, but you know, being browser based and those browsers really aren't designed for gaming, not that any browser particularly is, you know, so the experience just wasn't as good as playing on a PC. So I did mainly play on PC. Now with the mobile app, I do flick it on, you know, have that couple of minutes playing Evolution, watching whatever I'm forced to watch because the other half wants to watch it. You know, I can just flick my phone out, get a round in or two, get a bit of Zod, maybe pick up a rune or two, and just keep dreaming for those trinkets.
Do we know what the trinkets are? I believe it was said before that it would be like the trinket that was given on the airdrop.
Yeah, there's
Well,
I believe there's 3 different trinkets that are going to be equipable. I'm not exactly sure.
Yes, a bit of a sneak preview, I think, of what they look like in some of our previous social media posts. In the announcement, I believe, in fact, highlighting the fact that you could pick up some trinkets and items in Evolution when that was launched. So we've had a look at what they might look like, but we don't yet know exactly what they'll do in terms of attributes. Previous trinkets or the equivalent of them have been going into those trinket slots that we see in the bottom right on your character equip screen. So my assumption is they're going there, or maybe in the jewellery slots, but probably down that bottom right.
So Sir Noipi is in first place for this round. And I think it's actually very interesting that Lofarn has quite a few wins, but when he doesn't win, I don't really see him on the leaderboard.
Yeah, it seems like he's pretty good at certain round types, game modes, but other players come in and dominate on the other game modes.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, I think everybody has their preferred game mode, and clearly Fast Drake is one of his. But you know, in a tournament setting, you do need that consistency across all game modes if you want to retain your place on the leaderboard.
Here's the first friendly game mode of this tournament here. This would have been a tournament I would have liked to enter because I am not a big fan of the friendly game modes.
You don't like to be friends?
No, I want to bomb people and take their orbs.
Okay, unfortunately my game did crash, so let me reload the game real quick.
We do apologise to our viewers. We are having some technical difficulties, but you do at least get to look at that beautiful artwork that I mentioned. Not for long, but again, we only like teasing you.
Yeah, I am back in already.
We got New Normal up in first right now. Looks like New Normal's the opposite of me. He likes them friendly modes. So in this mode, getting evolves is the most important part. If you can do what New Normal is doing and sit there and hover between the first 2 evolutions and just use those sprites to keep evolving over and over, you will stack points very fast.
Absolutely, and of course you do notice plenty of our players stopping. Perhaps one of the more passive game modes in that sense, where players are just taking that moment to pause, to evolve back into those other evolutions, and then start that momentum again of flicking back and forth between evolutions.
This mode annoys me because there's always some jerk when I'm flicking between evolutions that'll come up and suicide into me. I don't like it.
I think there is a debate about whether it's better to be in Drake or Whelp form. I think there's like advantages to both, and I'm not really sure which one is better. I've gone like between.
In that Drake form, you always run that risk of, just as Jake said, somebody coming in and suiciding into you as you're, just sitting there. So it is a bit tricky in that sense.
Yeah, I try to stay as small as I can as for the entirety of the match, because there's always players that end up losing their lead and then they just go hunting for blood. They don't care if they're winning at that point. So they'll just go and try to take themselves out on anybody.
But see,
that'd be me.
The counterpoint
to
that is that if you stay like smaller, people can kill you, and you actually lose more points by getting killed than somebody suiciding to you. Or I guess I shouldn't say you lose points, but you lose potential points, because you can rack up points so fast the respawn timer, like it's really detrimental. So
that's a good point. That's a good point, because just 8 evolves and you'll get that negative 200 back.
exactly, 8 evolves is like 1 second. You know, you can get that in 1 second, probably less than 1 second, honestly.
But you also
have, on that point, I guess.
You also have less ability to dodge your enemies the larger you are. So
yeah.
But then if the larger you are, the more ground you cover and the more sprites you get, and the faster your belly fills up. So it's kind of just like, you know, there's advantages and disadvantages to both ways.
I think, you know, you always have to be careful as well. If you go into that smaller evolution and into the middle one.
Wow, look at this. I've never seen this before. I've never seen like players with more than 10,000 points. It actually overfills the scoreboard.
Interesting.
That's something you'd only see at a tournament. Otherwise, like, I don't think you would see this many points from this many players outside of the tournament. Zoe does have the first place with about, what, 600 points? 300 points? No, 100 points. Oh my god, okay, wait, Inosuke takes the lead? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait.
Whoa.
Wait.
Inosuke.
I'm kind of confused. I know Inosuke is really good at that, but I thought Zoe was in the lead. I have to see what happened in the last second.
That's definitely one I'll be rewinding and watching before bed tonight.
Round 10, Inosuke, Zoe, then Lofarn in third. It's me, JJ, and the new normal.
Okay, so it looks like what happened was Zoe actually was in the lead, and then somebody suicided. Yeah.
Last second.
Inosuke ended up taking the lead.
That's where your technique falters, Panda.
Yeah.
Because that couldn't have happened had Zoe been staying Dragon League the entire time.
Well, look, that's the end of that round, and we're on to the next. We're well into the next round.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo. We were talking about it. You know, we've gone from one extreme to the other. And of course, our viewers won't quite see the difference that our players are seeing. They've got that really zoomed up view that, as you were talking about, can be quite a disadvantage coming in from certain angles. You do, due to the nature of a widescreen monitor, get a much better view to your left and right. But anyone coming in from above you or below you, you've got much less time to react due to the number of pixels between you and the top or bottom of your screen.
Yep, so I always try to, when I need to go from the top to the bottom, try to do it in an area that's off by myself. Definitely don't do that in the middle of the map, because that's when someone's going to come swoop in and kill you.
But I think you have enough time to react. Like, if you're aware of it, if you're aware that somebody could come from the top and kill you, you can react and just move in the opposite direction. You do have like a decent amount of leeway as long as you're ready for it.
Yeah, also try to make your moves when you have enough sprites filling your belly to where you're not going to devolve in the middle of your move. We got Sassy Boy in the lead, followed by Fortress and It's Me, JJ. Names that we've seen pretty much every time here.
Yeah, I think Sukuna is a name that's been on the leaderboard consistently. Maybe not placing near the top, but definitely been getting points in a lot of different rounds.
So Binzy's suggesting, should we be going for a Marco Polo Drake mode? I think that'd be definitely interesting. If you put sticky walls on that as well, that'd be quite the carnage. I don't know if anybody would actually be able to get around. You just see somebody zoom into one wall, zoom the opposite direction, and crash into the next and get stuck.
I feel like there's a lot of potential for different game modes.
Yeah, I want a I want a mode where I can control it with WASD and then click to shoot a fireball at my enemy.
I mean, we know
mean
that
Infinite?
skills will eventually come to evolution. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that.
I used to play this game when I was a kid. It was called ARC, Attack, Retrieve, Capture, and that's how you would have to shoot is with your clicker. But due to ping, you'd probably have to shoot like maybe an inch or two in front of them for it to actually hit them. So that was all. That was all part of the skill, is like knowing where they're actually at on the server and being able to time it properly. And that comes into play here too. I mean, if you have a higher ping, if your ping's over 100, you have to understand that your shadow's going to be a little bit behind you. You're going to need to get in front of the enemy to actually kill them.
Okay, so we are in the last 20 seconds, and Sir Noipi needs 1 kill to take first place away from JJ. And
I get it.
I don't think he's gonna get it. Eki also needs 1 kill, but it doesn't seem like anybody is dying. And yeah, JJ does end up taking first place. Fortress actually sneaks into 3rd, overtaking Eki.
Wow.
Poor Eki.
So this is our last round here, right?
That's a good question.
It is.
It is indeed. Yeah, that was round number 11. So this is the final round of the tournament. Now is the time, if ever, to go ahead and earn those points. Give it everything you can.
Current placements, we have Lofarn in first with 45 points. It's me, JJ, in second. Tied with Renzo in second for 36 points. Sir Noipi right behind them with 35 points. And Fortress rounding out the top 5 with 27 points.
So, I mean, you know, that's really interesting to see that 2nd and 3rd and 4th place so close together. And you know, even when you look at just outside of our top 5, Sassy Boy's only 5 points behind. Zoe on there might seem a big task, but actually if Fortress doesn't pick up any points and Zoe wins around, and same with Sakuna, they can still, you know, get in there. So absolutely, this is, you know, everything to play for right here.
If Lofarn can stay in the top 5 at all, he will clinch first place, because it would take someone getting first in the top 4 of between Renzo and It's Me JJ to get ahead of him. So if he places anywhere in the top 5, he's got a victory here, or tied for a victory.
And I believe he has enough first place placements to win the tiebreaker. So he just needs a top 5 finish. And I know that Eki and Sukuna may not be necessarily at the top of the leaderboards, but they did place like top 5 in quite a number of rounds, just not particularly at the very top.
Sassy Boy or Zoe might be able to overtake Fortress for the top 5, or Sukuna. One of them might be able to take over top 5 here. But if Lofarn can stay on that board, he's got this. So Panda, your prediction holds up true.
He is doing really well this game as well. We got another round of Bird's Eye. No friendly, no let's be friends in this tournament. Poor Eki.
Wasn't the last one like 3 let's be friends, or like 4 friendly modes?
Yeah, last tournament, like everybody wanted to be friends. But in this tournament, it's basically like the opposite. Like last tournament, we didn't get a single game with orbs, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah, but unfortunately,
that would have been hell for me.
Unfortunately, Eki doesn't have home court.
And why we do like them so much, you know, because they really do swing games.
Oh, Lofarn does get taken out by Inosuke.
And Fortress takes a double kill.
Wait, Lofarn might be out of the top 5. Wait a minute. Lofarn's in 5th right now.
The tactical play here, and you know, more so for Renzo and Sassy Boy.
But Lofarn gets a kill on Inosuke. I think he's gonna get this orb. Okay, sorry, Kai.
No. I'm trying to slot in between. You've got to keep on top of this action because it is, all hands on deck here. But I was just mentioning there,
Lofarn's back in the lead.
Outside the leaderboard, they need to be going for Lofarn. They need to be Lofarn. They need to be hunting him down. And I would be looking at the same again. Renzo, Sonoipi trying to take each other out to steal that next place. It's me, JJ, too, right in the mix. So, these players should be either going for Lohan, going for each other, if they want to try and get that best position they can.
It looks like Lofarn is going to take this one. Even if somebody takes him out right now, he will most likely round out the top 5. So,
no, I think if someone takes him out now, he will miss it. He just has to stay alive.
I don't know. Isn't it? How much is it? 20% of your points?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I think you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so congratulations to Lofarn,
Lofarn.
Defending his region.
Won the meme contest, won the tournament. Is there anything this man can't do?
Congratulations, Lofarn.
Congrats. Indeed.
That was impressive. I think that was either 4 or 5 first place placements.
That was a great job, Lofarn.
Blame the ping before, had the ping advantage today, had that home advantage.
He did back it up.
Put it to work. Got the results that he expected and said he would do. So now, really, I think it's out to try and improve his own game and try and close down that advantage that Ping has given other players on other servers when he's gone up against them in previous tournaments. So let's see what he brings to the next one. But huge congratulations. Definitely walked away with it tonight.
So let's see that final leaderboard. It looks like Lofarn took first with Renzo in second. Are you going to put that up on the screen so everyone can see it there, Panda?
Yeah, as soon as I get done with it.
All right. I'll wait. I won't spoil it like Maev with your mythic crafts.
Speaking of crafts, we do have some crafts to give away at the end of the stream.
Oh,
absolutely.
Are we going to craft a few burials for people?
Yeah, our new rune word.
Nice.
So, of course, for those joining us for the first time, if you are a newcomer, I've seen some new people chatting for the first time, which is great, on the Twitch chat. But we do like to reward you just for your participation, or at least a certain lucky few of you. So in a moment, what we'll do is we'll open up on the chat the opportunity for you to spend some of your stream shards that you would have accumulated just by watching the stream, and you'll be able to spend those on some tickets on a raffle to try and win a rune word. So best of luck on that shortly. But for now, I think it's over to Panda with the leaderboard.
Yeah, so I do have the leaderboard here. There is a little bit of a disconnect between what I have and what is posted in the chat, but fortunately it doesn't affect the placements at all. So Lofarn is our winner with 55 points, a very dominant showing, winning, I believe, either 4 or 5 of the rounds. Renzo taking the silver with 39, and JJ getting third with 36 points. And Lofarn, you're in chat. Congratulations to you.
Congrats, Lofarn. I was thinking maybe we should rotate the servers for each tournament, so it goes EU, then Asia, then NA, and we can keep on and then South America as well. We can keep on this constant rotation, so nobody really has the advantage at all.
Yeah, as long as the technical
I like
constraints
the sound of that.
lets us,
And
I think we can do Asia for next tournament. I know a lot of our players are from Asia, so we'll get to see them unleashed at full power.
Absolutely. And it'll be interesting when we finally rotate over to Oceanic, if that's the plan.
Okay.
Where everybody's at a disadvantage. I'm looking forward to that one.
Where everybody has 300 ping.
Any Australian players in chat, guys? Anyone? I actually don't know if I know anybody from OCE.
So it looks like we have confirmation that we will have the next tournament on the Asian servers.
Asia next? Oceanic what? I mean, definitely, you know, if we host a tournament on the Oceanic server, it's only a plane ticket away for pretty much a guaranteed victory.
That is true. That is true. You could pay a few $100 and take home.
Stay in a hotel with decent Wi-Fi, join the Room Royale, go back home a rich man.
I mean, realistically, I guess, you know, if you were interested in visiting Australia, it would at least pay for some of the cost, right? So
yeah, I don't know who would want to visit Australia in these current times, though.
What's wrong with Australia? Come on.
They've had everyone locked. I mean, politically, with the you know, everything, they've had everyone kind of locked down.
I think it's difficult to travel over there at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Of course, we're hoping for everything to go back to normal everywhere. It's been quite a chaotic few years, so hopefully these live streams give you a nice distraction from day-to-day reality, and allow you to just chill and enjoy our smooth, calming voices.
Good game to you as well, Fortress. And everybody, make sure you guys don't leave yet. We do have a rune word giveaway, our newest rune word, Burial. I'm going to be crafting, probably not a mythic. Let's see if I can reverse jinx myself.
I'm definitely entering this one because Necros are my favorite character.
Yeah, and the stats for the item also looks really nice.
I don't have an epic yet.
But just before we're done with this tournament, I do want to say congratulations, and I guess well played for Fortress and JJ for playing in EU and still doing really well. I know you guys are, I think you guys are NA players.
And we appreciate you all coming out to all of these events and streams. Without you, we couldn't constantly have a viewer rate above 40 and 50. So we're glad to have you with us here and on this journey with Rune. We can't wait to show you some of the things we've been developing in secret here.
All right.
Absolutely. And just commiserations as well to those kind of players just outside the leaderboard. You know, very close. I saw Zoe on there, just a couple of points out, and I think similar situation in the last Room Royale. Definitely an improvement. I'm sure you will make those places next time round. Best of luck to everyone. Well played.
All right, and it is time for the giveaway. Rune Royale, the Dawning Burial giveaway. All right.
So have you been crafting many burial yourself, either of you two?
Definitely not. I actually didn't even know it was released until just a little while ago.
I crafted.
It only came out a day or two ago.
Yeah, I only crafted 10. I got one rare, but I'm proud of one of the magicals I got because it's 0% burn and 29% increased yield.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah, have you guys seen the infinite stats for it? It's, you know, still, you know, tentative, right?
TBC, yeah.
But it does look like 10 to 25% increased physical damage. That seems insane. And, you know, the energy as well.
I wonder if some necromancer skills like Bone Wall and Bone Prison are going to be based off of physical damage. If that's increasing and scaling physical damage, then wouldn't that mean that those skills might be physical?
What if Panda gives away tournament tickets?
Aura, as well, you know, as a skill. So to be able to harvest some of that aura, is that physical aura, maybe. I don't know. We do love speculating here at Rune, don't we? Because of course, even we're in the dark half the time as to what's going to happen. And again, as you said, you know, everything is tentative. All of these things can and most likely will change at some point due to the balancing that will need to happen when we do go in through that early access and that beta period. for Rune Infinite and other games.
Okay, while we do wait for everybody to enter the giveaway, I do want to point out this is the Rune Royale ticket for the next Rune Royale, for March's Rune Royale. So next month, it will be required that you guys have a ticket to enter the tournament. If you guys do want to craft a ticket, all you have to do is press craft. Same as any other rune word.
And it's just one Zod.
Okay.
Just one Zod, yeah.
Let me try refreshing. Not really sure what's going on with that. Hopefully, there we go. Okay, well, it looks like it wants me to buy runes. Okay, so nothing ever works for me. But for you guys.
Transmute popped up right after you clicked buy runes, so it was probably just waiting to catch up with itself. Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, just very simple, you know. No need to craft 10 or 40 unless you guys will want to sell in the marketplace. Give some to your friends. Yeah, or give it to your friends or whatever. Just craft one. It goes to your inventory, and that's basically it. And there we go. And I guess they'll show up on your inventory. I'm not exactly sure what tab. Oh, there we go.
Maybe the
accessories.
Tab, yeah.
Yep, and that's all you got to do. Next time for the next tournament, you can just enter as long as you have a ticket. Nothing complicated about it.
And I think as it stands, those tickets, we're just checking them, or that is the plan. So you'll be able to keep that in your wallet as a nice, lovely memento for your participation too.
Oh, really? I was not aware of that.
So I know we talked about burning it for entry, but I think the idea now is that we just validate ownership by checking your wallet contents. And for now, you get to keep that.
Yeah, it could be a good memento there.
It could be a collector's item. You never know.
Absolutely.
You
I mean, I'm crafting one. I won't participate because I'll be here commentating with you lovely guys. But I'll keep one in my wallet just to remember the moment, treasure it forever.
Exactly.
I wonder if we can work on an exclusive NFT for this next tournament or possibly the following tournament.
But it's a kind of prize, you mean?
We still got
as a prize.
We still
remember
got the crown that we talked about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the tournament crown. We need that one. See if we can implement that. Maybe even if it's just
that comes with Evo 2. 2.0.
Yeah.
All right, just a couple more. I guess just a few more seconds for you guys to enter the giveaway. If you haven't entered yet, please enter within the next 10 or 20 seconds. Gonna be closing it soon. 469 tickets purchased. Discomonk went all in with 51 tickets.
I did go all in.
He really wants this burial.
I went in with 20. I was gonna do my whole stack, but I'm gonna save it.
All right, gonna go ahead and close it, and here we go. How many winners do you think we should pick?
Crafted a Hellfire, so burial it is for me.
How many do you? How much do you guys think we should craft? How many do you think we should pick?
I think Benzie said crafting 80. Yeah.
80? Okay, I'll draw 10 people. You guys have a good chance of winning. 10 people out of 32 entrants. Let's go. Black Reaper. Crypto Steve. 1, 2, 3. Jonk.
A name we see often.
Hey, it's Espin or Epin. Fortress. Blackbeard X Rune. Whoa.
Yeah. Gimme.
Discomonk 1988.
Give me the
Definitely
epic,
not rigged. All right, 4, 5, 6.
I'll only call it rigged
3 more.
if he gets the epic over me again.
Lofarn. IQ Bowlo Man. Last guy. LL No Scared. Poor Eki. Poor Eki. All right. Crafting time. Let's go.
Okay, Panda. You better get that epic or else I'm coming to Texas to get you. And give you some good luck.
So we're going all out, are we? We're gonna go 240 rolls.
240 rolls, baby.
Yeehaw! I think this might be the mythic craft here.
See, you can't say that. We went over this. If you say that, then it won't happen.
Well, no, it's only when you say something the opposite happens, not me.
I mean, I did see a lot of purple crafts from the community today. I must have seen about 6 or 7 epics crafted. So I'm feeling good for you. I am feeling good for you.
Okay, I think I'm either short on some runes or I'm short on B&B. Not sure which one. I think maybe it's short on B&B. Alright, Maev, want to give us some B&B? Maev? Hello?
Maev, where'd you go?
Maev?
I think we've got the ghost of Binzi dishing out the good stuff today.
Alright, just 1 second and we'll get our 80 crafts.
So how I know, Jake, you said, you've already crafted a few burial. How do you like the look of the new rune word? Because we haven't discussed it, of course, yet on our regular weekly live streams so far, having only just released in the last few days. So what are your kind of first thoughts on it?
Oh, yeah. Well, first off, the artwork is absolutely beautiful. I love scythes in general, and it's got that nice gnarled look to it. Yeah. But personally, I'm, of course, I say this, I'm not a huge fan of the hidden pool. So the magical that I'm most proud of has 0% yield bonus from hidden pool, which doesn't really affect me. But we do have the increased harvest yield, which is up to 30%. And then I'm not sure what Soul Reaver is going to be. I mean, this one's really going to be based on the skill, so it's going to be hard to say how good this is going to be without knowing what Soul Reaver is going to do.
Yeah. I think, you mentioned there quite rightly that this is very much a weapon for somebody who wants to get their harvest into that hidden pool to get 40% chance, straight off the bat, guaranteed. You're really very likely to get it in there to be able to get that kind of yield bonus from the hidden pool as well. Well, that's a new attribute we haven't seen on any rune word before. So be interesting to see exactly what that means. Is it increasing your multiplier while you're in there? Is that, on harvest as we normally see? Because it says yield on there. So very interested to kind of work that one out. But also, like you said, having that Soul Reaver skill for when we go into the PvP raids that we know, we're working on for this year. I think, that's where those skills are going to come into effect. And reaping someone's soul, definitely a necromancer move. But it sounds quite painful for the opponent. We'll just have to see.
Okay, guys.
That is true. The crafts, is the only.
The crafts went through.
This is the only item that does give you yield bonus from hidden pool on top of your normal yield bonus, so it might be pretty useful for players looking to do that.
Yeah, if you're looking to compound, your earnings, this seems like a pretty good item for that.
Oh wait, I didn't spin the wheel yet. I have to spin the wheel before we reveal.
The good thing is we don't have Maev here this week checking the results of the crafts before the rest of us find out. So at least you got saved there, Panda.
And displaying the results on his facial expressions. No Scared is the winner of number 10.
So as always, this is going from, and as No Scared is well aware, from the worst of the craft, with the last person drawn out the hat receiving the best top 10 crafts.
Thank you for clarifying.
Black Reaper is next.
Porno scare. Crypto Steve 123.
I'm thankful that the wheel has been staying off me and away from me for a little bit, so
I've seen Crypto Steve 123 before in the wheel, but I'm not familiar if he plays in the tournaments or not.
yeah, I'm not sure which player he is if he does.
Regular viewer.
Junk.
Yeah, I don't know. But Twitch usernames, I guess, aren't always matching, so could be one of our sneaky surprises.
Could be anybody. Oh, Blackbeard dodges another one. Where is it gonna land?
We got Lofarn versus Disco. It's Disco.
Is it me?
Discomonk 1988.
Have you beat me again?
Stay away.
Now I do wonder, are we going to see Lofarn walk away with yet another top prize?
Yeah. Come on, Lofarn. We need to start rewarding someone else. Lofarn's gonna take all of our top prizes. Fortress is next, hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, we got Jake and Lofarn in the top 3, along with IQ Baloman. Man, Jake, I feel like you've been getting like so many good items from the wheel.
Don't jinx me.
Too late.
Why did you have to say anything? Why did you have to say anything?
I'm too powerful.
See, I told right when he said it. Right when he said it.
Alright. Looks like you're not lucky enough, Lofarn. But hey, second place is not bad.
Looks
No,
like
and I think that's also quite nice, because then at least, you know, we do get some distribution.
Congratulations, IQ Baloman.
You have won the top prize. Let's see what you win. I recognize that name from Twitter.
From Twitter?
Yep.
I recognize the name from trying to horrendously pronounce it during our last live stream,
Yeah.
vowing never to do so again.
Yeah, he likes and comments on a lot of the rune stuff and retweets us.
Alright, and now it's time to see what we crafted.
Oh yeah, I know he's a known player too. I'm just saying he also does a lot of retweeting on Twitter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Unfortunate. No mythic today.
But at least it looks like we're all gonna walk away with rares.
Yeah, that's actually a lot of rares. Wow.
Are they all?
0% harvest burn.
are, yeah.
Oh man, look at this one. I got a 0% roll on a 0 to 30 or 0 to 30.
That's very good.
Congratulations, Lofarn. You get the 0% burn one.
With the 10%, with a maxed yield from Hidden Pool as well.
Yeah.
That one's mine right there, huh? The 27% yield with 2% burn. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like my magical better. Don't like the harvest burn. We want 0% of that shit.
Certainly, you know, becomes less of an issue when we start seeing that attribute come in with Raids 2.0.
Wow.
And we start to see some of the reduced burn on other items take effect, where you'll be able to balance that out a little bit.
True.
All of these have such low harvest burn.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's kind of crazy. They're all like below 10%. On a roll of 0 to 30, that's kind of crazy.
6%.
Burial's a hard one to get, I think, to get a roll that, you feel you can use in the raids anyway. Of course, we haven't seen it in action in Infinite. That burn really is, as you say, one of those attributes that you do like it to be low.
I almost feel like is this bugged? I haven't seen a harvest burn more than like 6% or something. Oh, there we go. I got a level 1 here.
You'll probably see them lower down in the perfection ratings.
Yeah. Let's see if I crafted a 0% yet. What do you guys think?
Yeah, see if you've crafted any zeros. Go to the very end of each section.
Yeah.
6% burial. What about armor?
Oof, only 19%. Come on, where's my 0%? 2%. 10%. Okay, so maybe no 0% yet, but we'll get there.
I mean, look, zeros are hard to get.
Yeah, I mean,
they're just as rare as mythics. They're probably not as pleasant to receive.
Do we know what the highest percent I've crafted is?
Not high enough, I think, is the answer.
Yeah.
Wait, is this 0%? Wait, this is 0, right?
That doesn't have a percentage on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a percentage on it, but
and everything's
bottom, 0.
So that must be 0.
Wait, so maybe
to the top.
Or maybe it's just not displaying.
What if it's 0%, it doesn't even show a percentage. It just doesn't exist. But yeah, it's at the top. That's kind of weird. So maybe that does mean it's actually 0.
Check out the other blurs. Maybe it's just an error. Look at a different blur.
Nope, these have it. Interesting. Maybe I did craft a 0. Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Well,
congratulations.
Whoever wants the legendary 0% 5 BNB will go straight to the stream fund.
That's kind of crazy. I actually crafted
I'll
a 0.
happily swap my rare for that one. I don't know if I've got a spare 5 BNB at the moment, as much as I would love that.
All right, cool.
Well, there's Panda's first mythic.
So, I think on that note, that's probably the best we're going to get tonight. At least in terms of Panda crafting a mythic, we should probably call it an evening.
Yeah, thank you guys all for
absolutely
playing in the tournament.
Thank you very much for everyone who participated, who watched. It's been a blast as always, and I can't wait until next month to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, congratulations, Lofarn, for winning. What do we have in store for you next week? That's still to be determined. We have some exciting things planned, but we have to see what is, actually going to be finished, what we can preview before. So yeah, you'll have to tune in next week and see.
There's always loads we want to show and tell you. It's just how much we can kind of leak out the box without getting a Pandora type situation. We do have to be slightly cautious, not to excite you too much in one go. But we'll see what we can bring to the table.
Yeah, don't worry. Maev will be back though. So I can promise you that.
Next week will be Panda's mythic.
Yeah, okay. We need a counter for how many times that's said.
Right in the top of the screen. Boop, 57.
One day.
All right, that's it for us
very much,
today. See you guys all next week. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks all.
Have a good night.
Good week. See you next week.